Hare Krishna. Let me leave this. Mic is not in the right direction. Hare Krishna. So, what we discussed last 2 weeks back, anyone remember? It's been 2 weeks. Kaliyuga memory, I know, it's very difficult. But let me just quickly go back. These were the 4 things what we have in the bhakti-yoga, the kind of freedom. So if you are in bhakti-yoga, these are the advantages what we proposes. That is, from both good and bad reactions, even in the life, we get freedom if we perform bhakti. So that's what we have seen. Second is, we will get entrance to spiritual world through bhakti. When you are getting a entrance to spiritual world means you don't have birth again in this material world. You don't have birth in this material world. Third is, this is how the process we have discussed, spiritual world entrance process. So, and Prabhuji and Mataji, if you see all these points to enter into spiritual world, these are very gradual process. If you see, first we should develop beautiful detached work, that is Nishkama Karma Yoga. You have to do the work as per our duty. Don't get attached to either the process or either the result. A lot of people get confused. What do you mean by getting attached to the process of the work and getting attached to the result of the work? Can anyone explain? Getting attached to the process of the work and also getting attached to the result of the work. Can you give an example? Anyone? In your daily life?
Getting attached to the process of the work is to forget all other duties and just do the work.
Okay.
Getting attached to the results of the work is I did so much of work but I didn't get any results. So being disappointed that you did not work.
Expectation. You have some expectation every time you do something.
Yeah. Actually, Prabhuji and Mataji, all these topics, it's not, there are a lot of people outside who think that it's very theoretical and they are not practical. But actually, they are very practical. Actually, by getting attached, you will always have anxiety. Always, whether it will be success or not, whether it is fail or not. If you are getting attached, surely if it is successful, you will be very happy. Luckily, but if you are waiting for that long and after prolonged waiting and prolonged getting attached to the result, either you will be getting more happiness or either you will be getting depressed also. There are people like that, Prabhuji and Mataji, where finally the result, whatever I planned my best, but still I could not achieve. So I've seen in my little, not only Krishna conscious life, but even non-Krishna conscious life also, I've seen a lot of people who have gone to depression also. Depression is a pretty big word, but yes, they have gone to depression also. So, but it's very difficult. It's not that easy as well. Bina attachment ke nahi hona, it's very, very, very difficult. But out of practice we can. But this is a process is being mentioned. Entrance into spiritual world. How many of you believe that there is a spiritual world there? Okay, let me ask the question in reverse. How many of you believe that there is no spiritual world? Yeah. How many of you believe that there is no spiritual world? అసలు వైకుంఠ లోకాలు అనేవి ఉన్నాయా? ఎవరికైతే లేవు అని ఎంతమంది చెప్తారు చెప్పండి? అరే ఆల్రెడీ లాట్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్ హ్యావ్ లిఫ్టెడ్. ఇఫ్ ఐ సే నో, పీపుల్ విల్ సీ డిఫరెంట్లీ. దట్స్ వై నో వన్ ఈజ్ లిఫ్టింగ్, రైట్? ఉందంటావా హరీష్? ఆర్ యూ షూర్? 100%? Okay. Yeah, so beautiful detached work, realized knowledge of the soul, and knowledge, once you get a knowledge of the soul, then you will gradually develop the knowledge of the Lord. Now last Saturday, if you have seen, last Saturday when we went to this last Saturday Kartik Mass, we did a nice event in the new temple, you might have seen one person with a bed and a lungi he has come. Have you seen one? Have you identified one person who was with lungi and a bed? Gaddam undi. Seen, right? So that person is a Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So that person is a worker there in the new temple. Whatever is going on, there he is a worker. There is a worker. Actually, he was employed as a worker, but after 2 months of working there, he is getting daily prasadam. He is getting daily wage. Initially itself, he might not be what is this Krishna, what is this Krishna consciousness, what is this bhakti. He might not have known, but now that person is started chanting. So that's actually why it is being told that because we are not siddhas where we directly by birth will get into bhakti and all. So that's why when we do work detached or you are engaging yourself in somehow, Śrīla Prabhupāda preferred that only. When he went to West, where all the devotees who are there or the hippies who are there, they are completely ignorance. In a clean slate, writing is easy, but lot of things are there. It's very difficult to erase and write. So he employed the devotees there in US with services, variety of services, book distribution, that distribution, this distribution, prasadam distribution, literature publishing, and lot of seva he has given. Because while we do that, one by one, there is a possibility of developing that consciousness to know why am I doing. At some point he will be getting that doubt. There is a possibility that he can take baby steps. I have seen that person whom you have seen on last Saturday from almost day one. He was a pakka, like how the labor people look. So, something that now every day he eats prasadam. He started chanting. He does work and he is completely been working with Sanatan Prabhu. So, it's a very nice thing. So, already we have given enough examples. So, once we get a beautiful detached work we do and realize, and then we gradually get a knowledge of soul. Who am I? What are the relations with me? What are the husband, kids and all? We develop the knowledge of the soul. Who are the souls which are there around us? They are relations with us and we have a duty towards them. So that realization will come. Then eventually once we get the knowledge of the soul, then we get the knowledge of the Lord also, who is there sitting within us as a Paramatma. Then once we know the greatness of Lord, then we will surrender. Complete surrender. And after surrender, we actually intend to get out of this material world. Yesterday I was given a message, right? Yesterday, in fact not yesterday, 2 days back, Shanti told me to bring Gorchikudugai, I don't know what we call in English. Gorchikudugai and custom or whatever. Clustered beads, okay. Clustered beads and beans, okay. So beads are clustered beans. Clustered beans and she told me, what is that, Madhuri? Clustered beans, yeah, clustered beans, and she told me to clustered beans and tomato. Some tomato she told me. So it was a slum area, labor area. So I went there and took the vegetables. Then there are slum boys are there. Just at the age of Havish, there are around 5 to 6 boys are there. Anna, the car ekutana. He told that I will be getting into your car. Can you please drive me for some distance? Then I told her, come ra, sit, I told. So he sat along with him. I request you to call your friend also. So 2 of them, they sat in my car. 4 of the other of his friends were there outside the car. They were saying, he will kidnap you. He will kidnap you. Then that boy was asking me, Anna, you want to kidnap chestava? You want to kidnap chestava? Do you have faith in me or not? నేను ఇప్పుడు చేస్తాను అంటే ఏం చేస్తామంటే they got down. And I was realizing that's how it is, right? When we were there in Vaikuntha Loka, Krishna and other devotees were telling that you don't go out of this material world, this spiritual world. Please don't go. It's not good. But still, no, I want to go. With that ego only we have fallen here. I recollected that spiritual world happening, how we have fallen here. So when it was very innocently asked, are you going to kidnap me? He was asking. So that's how it is, once we surrender, we get a desire to get free from this material world, because in this material world we can't correct anything. We can't correct anything actually. And what are the relations we got? It is for our purification. If you still didn't get the signs of the purification, you will get purified. But you should know. But unfortunately, who are not there in devotion, they will not know that it is for my purification. It is their fault, I should take revenge. It is his fault, I will take that revenge mode only it will go. But they will not understand that it is for purification. So that's the entrance to spiritual world, that's what we have seen. Then indifference to rituals, that's what we have seen. Wealth and what it is, we have seen what are the, how to be indifferent to the rituals. When we are within Krishna consciousness, all these rituals, it's not that of great importance once we are in Krishna consciousness. Okay, so fourth, divine consciousness, the highest consciousness, perfection of self-realization is to understand that one is eternally survivor of Krishna. So that's what we have seen in the previous session. Now this session we are going to, now all these qualities Arjuna has seen, that whoever are there in bhakti, these are the four symptoms what we have seen in the last session. Now Arjuna got doubt, are these kind of people also would be there in the world who are like this? मेरे को तो कोई दिखा नहीं. And sometimes we get right when we are in association of bad association, something good, somewhere it is there, they will not believe. Are you glad to know? For example, my dad is a police officer, and he is coming from a military background. He did 15 years of service in military, and in 15 years, he, right, military, these bottles and all, they get almost freely. So no one believes that being in military, being in police department, he never drank, he never smoked. Generally, you will not see that combination. It's either mix or would be there, but nobody believes. So similarly, Arjuna, that kind of people would be there who are 24/7 in bhakti. Who are they? What are they called? What are their qualities? He tries to inquire in this section from 2.54 onwards. So let us read this 54 together. Okay. Arjuna uvacha sthita pragnasya ka bhasha samadhistasya keshava sthitadhi kim prabhaseta kim ashilu vrajeta kim. There are so many questions if you notice here. Can you identify what are the question words here? Kim and Ka. Ka, Kim, yes, Ka and Kim. Ka and Kim are the questions here. Okay. So let us read the translation. Translation by His Divine Grace, Śrīla Prabhupāda ki Jai. Arjuna said, "O Krishna, what are the symptoms of one whose consciousness is thus merged in transcendence? How does he speak? And what is his language? How does he sit? And how does he walk?" Did you get? How does he sit? And how does he walk? And what is his language? How does he speak? You didn't understand? Who is the class topper in your class? What's his name? Class topper. Trigun. What are his? He got a first rank, no? First topper, no? So did you observe him? And what are his qualities which is making him best in the class? No, you didn't observe. You should observe, no? He's first class topper, no?
He always he talks with his friends.
You are not his friend.
I am.
Huh.
But the thing is, I don't know
How he
how he passes me.
passes me? Okay, fine, no problem. But that's the question what Arjuna has. If you notice here, questions by Arjuna, same shloka we have given in a here the words sthita pragnasya, samadhistasya, sthitadi. All these three words are synonymous to each other. That is, who the person who is in sthita in a balanced mode, or sthita prajna, the person who is practicing the level of bhakti-yoga. So these three words are synonymous to each other. So he is referring to that best person. What are the qualities? Ka bhasha. How does he speak? Next, Kim Prabhaseta. Kim Prabhaseta means Kim Prabhaseta means speaks. How does he speak? Right? Prabhaseta, how does he speak? Next is Kim Ashita. How does he remain still? And Vrajeta Kim. How does he walk? How does he walk? So these are the questions what Arjuna asked. Are they valid questions? Yes or no? Next. So these are the questions what he asked. Now, person who is practicing the level of bhakti yoga is very advanced, and he wanted to know what are the external symptoms of that person. And such a person, why we should know about him? Why we should know about him? Generally, when a person is successful, we try to know about him, right? Why? Try to understand what are the root cause for knowing about him. To improve ourselves, yes. To get inspiration, that's right. To get their association. Because with association, lot of things change, right? So that is the reason why he was asking. Now, the word Kim here came thrice, and the word Ka came once. So total 4 questions, right? Kim. Yeah, three Kims and 1 Ka. So total 4 questions came. Now, Ka Bhasha means what the language such person is using. Now, you know what? One wonderful thing I will ask. Now, what do you mean by walking, sitting and speaking? What do you mean by walking, talking, speaking? Don't take it in a literal sense.
Indirectly asking what consciousness is the person.
Yeah. We will actually, we will try to understand that in detail. Okay, come little front, no? Come little front, yeah. So, actually it has an inner meaning for all those 4 possibilities. Actually, it literally doesn't mean that how does he sit. एक पोस्चर कैसा, एक लेग उसके ऊपर लेग के डालता है, या स्ट्रेट बैठता है, या हाथ ऐसे रखता है, ऐसा नहीं है. This is not the way what he is actually referring to. There is an inner meaning to what he quotes. Now let us read the purport. Havish, purport please, loudly with feel. Come on.
Purport by His divine.
That's okay.
Purport by His divine grace, A.C. Bhakti-yoga Śrīla Prabhupāda ki
Jai. Good.
As there are symptoms for each and every man in terms of his particular situation, similarly, one who is Krishna consciousness has his particular nature, talking, walking, thinking, feeling, etc. As a rich man has his symptoms by which he is known as a rich man, as a diseased man has his symptoms by which he is known as disease, or as a learned man has his symptoms, so a man in transcendental consciousness of Krishna has specific symptoms in various dealings. One can know the specific symptoms from the Bhagavadgita. Most important is how the man in Krishna consciousness speaks. The speech is the most important quality of any man. It is said that a fool is undiscovered as long as he does not speak. And certainly, a well-dressed fool cannot be identified unless he speaks. But as soon as he speaks, he reveals himself at once. The immediate symptom of a Krishna consciousness man is that he speaks only of Krishna and matters relating to him. Other symptoms then automatically follow as stated below.
Yes, that's right. So here, Ka Bhasha means what's the language of such person, and languages means characteristics, symptoms and all these are explained in the next sloka, that is 2.55. Now Kim Prabhaseta means how does a person speak, and this is answered in sloka next 56 and 57. And Kim Ashita means how does he sit, that is these are answered in 58 and 59. So there was one devotee family who went to Yatra, Vrindavan Yatra. and their house not in Hyderabad, I think Pune, got robbed. So they have broken the house, got into the house, and they have smuggled everything. And then the neighbors called them in, who are there in Vrindavan. They called him and told that there is a robbery. So robbery happened. Then he asked, the devotee asked, so all the things which are there in the house, are they taken? Yes, they are taken. When are you coming? Since they are taken, there is no need to come. Can we be that? Can anyone do like that? You got it right? He called and he told, is everything taken? Yes, it is taken. When are you coming? Since everything is taken, what is the fun in coming now? Let me finish my yatra and come. So when after 12 days of yatra he came and he checked whatever has gone. He checked and he reported in police station, and police was also surprised to see that after 12 days of robbery you are coming now and telling. Yes sir, I was there in yatra, he told. Then luckily he completely depended on Krishna, and luckily after 2 weeks time he got all the things back. That's a true story actually. It's a true story actually. So I was just thinking, if we were in that situation, how would we react, Amrita Mataji? Huh? Then I am not expecting that actually. Vamo, vayo. Is it?
Somehow we missed it. It's in their security, the railing, the way that it goes to the belt, right? So we flew from Bangalore to Hyderabad, and we realized, after we reached Hyderabad, we realized that the whole suitcase has gone. We missed it. My whole entire road was in there.
Is it gone?
It's gone.
Is it
At that time it was
gone?
So,
Okay.
I was asking everyone, like, somebody was carrying my suitcase because we were 10 people more. So everyone is looking at each other's face. No one knows. So none of our group got tracked of it. We usually count the suitcases, how many we have, and we get on the boat. No one tracked it. So what is the solution now? So we went to the airport authorities and complained. It stayed all the night there. I didn't panic, but I was looking for solution. So that was the incident.
Finally, did it? You identified or it lost?
It's not there.
It's not.
It's in Bangalore airport only.
Okay.
So I was telling them I wrote a written complaint, email complaint, and I got get to talk to the airport authorities personally, and then I told everything. And I don't have pictures at that time.
Okay.
And it was very valuable gold actually. So then they said, like, give us 2 hours. We'll try to figure it out. And then we stayed for a long time. Next day they called us with pictures. This is the one. So they could figure out my suitcase and they put it aside. So unattended suitcases have gone to that locker room.
Okay.
Whoever have not taken
Got
their
it.
suitcases.
Yeah.
But after 3-4 days of like, we
Think?
need to give that authorized signature and letters and everything. After so much of follow-ups and
Right.
everything, I could get back my suitcase. We need to go in person later.
Anyway, got it right finally. Yeah. Hari bol.
So I was staying calm the entire
Yeah.
time. I was playing Krishna. That's all I did.
I think it's not a surprise that all the big great devotees are there in Zenith only. No surprising that temple is coming nearby. No, really, Mother, it's very difficult actually. It's very, very difficult to be calm in that kind of situations. To be frank with you. Okay, so that's what it happens. It happened. So additional examples from Parampara. Yeah. Can you read better? Can you read? What's your good name? I forgot. Shiva? Shiva Kartikeya. Yeah, read. Can you read? Okay, leave it. I'll read. That's okay. We need common sense to understand scriptures. Arjuna is talking about fashion lessons of a person. Arjuna is not talking about fashion lessons of a person. Arjuna is talking about people who are rejecting even scripturally ordained pious pleasures. If literal meaning does not make sense, then non-literal meaning needs to be explored. How does he speak refers to his responses to various situations in life. How does he sit refers to how here is the answer. How does he speak refers to his responses to various situations in life. How does he sit refers to how a person keep control on his senses. How does he walk explains how does one engage his senses while dealing in this material world. Lord Krishna answers these questions from 2.55 to 2.72. What is the stimuli for Arjuna to ask this question? These questions by Arjuna as building up discussions by points before he again questions in 3rd chapter that he will not fight. These questions make Bhagavad Gita a gradual elevation in consciousness for the reader. Okay? So that's how it is. So 2.55. Now Krishna answers. Let us chant this together. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Prajahati Yada Kaman Sarvan Pardha Manogatan Atmani Evatmanatastha Sthita Pragnastadochyate. Translation by His Divine Grace Śrīla Prabhupāda ki Jai. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O Partha, when a man gives up all varieties of desires for sense gratification which arise from mental concoction, and when his mind, thus purified, finds satisfaction in the self alone, then he is said to be pure transcendental. You understood? Let me repeat. O Partha, when a man gives up all varieties of desire for sense gratification which arise from mental concoction, and when his mind, thus purified, finds satisfaction in the self alone, then he is said to be pure transcendental. Yes, transcendental consciousness. Now, how to give up? He mentioned about when a man gives up all varieties of desire for sense gratification, right? How to give up? Come on. How to give up? Artificially, for sure, you can't give up. You can pose, or you can put a, you can do a acting in front of people, but you can't, that character you can't develop. But how to give up? How can we give up? Surely, as I said, artificially you can't give up the desire for sense gratification. Then how can we give up?
Engaging our senses in the bhakti process.
Yes. Now, engaging our senses in bhakti, it doesn't. A lot of people have a misconception that engaging the senses in the bhakti means daily doing puja. Not only that, anything. I think already we have discussed enough. Dancing. Now with the bhakti we can do, and even what are the skills you have, you can deploy in Krishna's service, acting, drawing, writing, poem. Our Deepak Prabhu has written a wonderful poem on the other day. Right? I written only 2 or 3 lines of poem. He expanded with 15 to 20 line poem. So I was thinking, प्रभु जी देखो ना कृष्ण जी के बारे में पढ़ के थोड़ा कविता के रूप में प्रयास कीजिएगा. So lot of talents we can, as Amrita Mataji, Advika, what is the disturbance? Kriti Mataji, yeah. Okay, so we need to engage in Krishna consciousness, then the desires outside without any extra effort. So how, now our next question is, purified, how will you fully satisfied? Yeah, here it is, discussion point. Does it mean that being spiritually advanced, one should have no affection or any other emotion towards others at all, and one should become like a stone? Did you understand the question? Does it mean that being spiritually advanced, one should have no affection? One should have no affection or any other emotion towards others at all, and one should become like a stone. Did you get the question? Question is clear, right? Spiritually advanced बोले तो will they have affection और emotion नहीं होता है या नहीं? होता है? Are you sure? How many of you feel that emotions are there for a spiritually advanced person? Okay, now let me ask the question in reverse actually. Well, hands are more, then I should ask how many devotees feel that a spiritually advanced person will not have any emotions? Yes, you are right. So there is no discussion here. Actually, there are Mayavadis. The same question if asked to the Mayavadis, they will say that yes, without emotions we can stay. That's what they will say. Mayavadis, Jnanis sometimes. They said, can a spiritually advanced person be with emotionless? Yes, it is possible, he says. Sometimes they say. Okay, so I think this is a pretty straightforward question. But now, next question is, how will you be fully satisfied by fixing the consciousness on the self? How will you be fully satisfied by fixing your consciousness on the self? Question. Shall I repeat? Question is, how will you be fully satisfied by fixing your consciousness on the self? On the self. How will you?
By treating all other entities as similar to you.
Yes.
Treating it as self.
Yes.
Other entity.
Yes, your answer is that answer is right. Anything else?
By seeing Krishna everywhere, whatever you do, you see Krishna.
Yes, that's also right. Anything else? Answers are right. I'm looking at a very specific answer. Answer is, how many of you are working as a manager here? Lift your hands. I'm sitting in front of a lot of managers. I'm getting stage fear now. No, actually, being in a manager position, what are the responsibilities you are owning? You enjoy that position somewhere or the other way. No, probably the consciousness might be different, but you cherish that position of a manager, boss. But actually, now tell me one more question. You will enjoy more as a boss, or you will enjoy more as a servant? Yes or no? Okay, let me ask the question. How many of you enjoy as a servant? Lift your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many of you enjoy as a boss? See, he has seen no one is lifting, that's why he put his hand down. Actually, the position of, for this question, how will you fully satisfied by fixing your consciousness on the self means by knowing that you are a servant of Krishna. And that position is a very great position actually. I'm not able to forget. I don't know. Archana Mataji is not here today, but I have seen on that day. She was enjoying actually when going to road and pulling people out on the road to take prasadam. So the thing is, when you are in that position and when you take a pride, when in the material world, when you take a pride, I am a manager, I am a director, I am a this thing, I am that thing, in a managerial position, you enjoy actually. But in spiritual world, the position of servant is higher actually, very higher. Somehow we need to develop, but our modern education is teaching us independence. We should live independently. Leave about the Western world. Western world has completely came out of that thing, independence. As soon as possible come out of parents and all. But slowly Indian culture also is slowly shifting in that mode. But dependence is the great thing actually. A lot of people don't realize that dependence is a very great thing. How many of you feel that dependence is a great thing? Why? Give your reasons. Prashant, yes. Prashant, yeah. Even if the trouble comes, elders are there to take care. Right? Actually, it's not something philosophical statement, Prabhuji. Even in your practical life also, you might have seen in your own vicinity where, kids, they sometimes they go away from parents and stay alone. We lakuna batagal, I will stay without you, and all they go, they get into troubles, and they hesitate to even take help. So dependence is a good thing actually, not independence. Independence, I don't know, kids, teenagers, would be teenagers. so we should inculcate that culture of dependence. So how will you be fully satisfied? By knowing that you are the servant of Krishna. By developing that consciousness that you are servant of Krishna, then you will be able to fully fix ourselves in our self. Now, and by the way, fixing that particular thing is not a routine thing. It's not easy actually. It's not easy. With the kind of education, with the kind of environment we are living in, because 90% of the people are saying, hey, independent re, yo re, unnati okade love jindagi re, we have to, hey, jindagi na milegi dobara re, that's what the philosophy is going on around, right? So it's very difficult to, because 90% of the janta is outside like that. Now 10% of the janta are these guys. Right? I think we need to separate them actually. So the thing is, these are the 10%, because Prabhuji said, why I am saying is, these kids are facing more problem than us. When we were kids, we didn't face that much problem. But these kids, they are going to face more problems in the society tomorrow. Because 90% of the janta is of a different thing, and these are the things what they have learned, and when they try to, and that is a very subtle age where, if 3 or 4, 7 to 8 members out of 10, they say that what you are doing is wrong, they might feel that they are doing wrong. That's very, then we need to, this is the phase where we are trying to build their roots strongly, to stick. It's not to prove them that get into an argument, get into a discussion and proving that you are wrong. No, that is not the intention. But the thing is, we need to give that solid foundation for them. And this is what we are doing as an endeavor. But we should understand that that position of servant is ultimate. Obviously, when, for example, even my Shiksha Guru Leela Prabhu is there. Sometimes he puts me in services, and sometimes he puts, after doing a couple of services, sometimes he puts us in taking association of great devotees like Radhesham Prabhuji, spend one day driving him to different spots. He tells, then I will be sitting silent. I don't know what to ask, what we ask, he might feel bad. That's why I never ask. One time Gaurang Darshan Prabhu, night I was going, I was sitting silent. I was sitting silent. Why you unnecessarily asked, why to create problems and all? I was sitting silently. Suddenly Gaurang Darshan Prabhu asked me, Prabhu, how is the life, Prabhu? How is it going? How is your sadhana and all? Yes, Prabhuji, everything is going on fine. Do you have any questions, Prabhu? I asked, he asked me, do you have any questions, Prabhu? Then I don't know, at that time, just previous day, myself and Shanti were having a discussion about marriage of our girl, Bhavika. So we were discussing at what age we should get married. So I was just trying to encourage, since he asked me, do you have any questions? If I don't ask any question, he will feel bad. So Prabhuji, you might have come across a lot of devotees in your life. So any idea, Prabhuji, what is the right age for girls to marry, especially in the society? It's a very nonsensical question, right? Asking a brahmachari, but somehow that question came to my mind. He's a brahmachari, and now I'm asking him, what is the ideal age in this modern society for a girl to get married? I'm really sorry, Prabhu, I don't have that much idea. I'm a brahmachari. Then I mortified myself. That is a wrong question. That's why we should be. Of course, he might not have felt offended, but the thing is, we should be extra careful. So, Leela Prabhu, we have a kind of a freedom. But sometimes when he puts us in a big services, we should be extra careful, because we are not going to see. Same thing, right? In our house, kids, we teach something, and he has a freedom to act freely in front of parents. But equally, parents teach them how to behave outside also. So but once he goes out, we can't give a 100% guarantee that he will be 100% perfectly behaving what we said. He might get humbled there, but we should have this thing. So why I went there? Servant position. Servant position is bindas position, believe me. Bindas position. I prefer to do that, but somehow I got pulled into this. But yeah, so as a service to Krishna, we are trying to do whatever the best we could. But so you derive some happiness as a boss in a company, but ultimate happiness is servant. I was reading yesterday some newspaper, Shah Rukh Khan some PA, her salary is 10 lakhs per month. She is servant of Shah Rukh Khan, personal assistant. So, I mean, And it's not only monetary benefit, but also you have that freedom, liberty. Sometimes even mistakes are there, forgiven. Mistakes are done, forgiven. అంతే కదా. If any servant is doing a wrong thing, for example, కప్పు మీ ఇంట్లో పనమ్మాయి ఉంది, కప్పు చాయ్ కప్పు పడేసింది, it got broken. Then if someone scolds, she also forgiving, but you will forgive her, right? You will forgive her. So servant position is a very great position. So now, and have you seen devotees on the road who are distributing literature? What do you think about that? Honestly, tell me. Honestly. Rock solid honesty I want. Yes, you might have seen devotees, right? With sheka, by carrying books, with white dhoti kurta. They go car after car asking, take Bhagavadgita, take Bhagavadgita. What do you feel about them? Huh? Pattakoti kosam. Pattakoti kosam koti vichyaru. Yes, okay. Anything else? No ego. Anything else? Yes. I think all are good people here. All only telling positive things.
Before Casey asked,
Huh? Before. Huh.
Trying to sell some books.
Yeah, they are blocking the traffic unnecessarily. What is it? They don't.
why are they disturbing the traffic?
They are disturbing the traffic. Huh?
Why they are enforcing?
Why they are
Enforcing.
enforcing spiritual literature onto us, right? భక్తిలోకి వస్తే రోడ్లు బా అదేమంటారు ఇది ఇంగ్లీష్ టర్మ్ వాట్ ఇస్ దట్ brutal truth what Mataji just now mentioned. If anyone comes in bhakti, అందరు రోడ్లు పాలు అవుతారు. Everyone will be coming on the roads like this. But probably some Mataji. Yes, Mataji, no offense intended towards any spiritual organization in this planet, but no other spiritual organization does the spiritual awareness like ISKCON does, Mataji. And do you know, have you ever asked what they studied? They are greater than you actually. They are greater. You don't be surprised that they are IITians also. Don't be surprised if they say that they are IIT. So the thing is, I am.
They also said that they do this because ज़्यादा पढ़ के पागल हो गए.
ज़्यादा पढ़ के पागल हो गए. Yeah. So that's true actually. Yeah. So that's the thought process what generally people carry about them. So
Okay, I have a question.
yes, Prabhu.
So when you are serving,
Huh.
who is doing your duties,
Huh.
how can one be completely disconnected with the results of the outcome,
Hmm.
what they do? For example, if I am so devoted to Krishna, thinking always about Krishna and service for Krishna, but then when I see the results of this coming in, what is the best way to stay disconnected from it and say, okay, this is again His mercy that how can we stay disconnected?
Offering them to Krishna, Prabhu. Whatever of course, you genuinely your effort might have been there in getting that endeavor successful. But you should, once the success comes now, you should immediately offer it to Krishna. Krishna is you. Prabhuji, that knowledge association, you should immediately offer. Sometimes, Prabhuji, it's very embarrassing. Sometimes, some devotees come and touch my feet. And I can't say no, you should not do. And at the same time, we should not get, perturbed. Immediately, I remember my Shiksha Guru Leela Prabhu and Śrīla Prabhupāda. Because I can't say no, please, thank you, if you are getting inspired, I am really thankful. It's only due to my Shiksha Guru and Śrīla Prabhupāda. That's what I said. I immediately offered, Prabhu. Better to offer, Prabhu. There is a possibility of pride creeping in, Prabhu. Obviously, when the results come, right, Prabhu, there is a possibility. Practically, there is a possibility of pride. The material people don't worry. They are always high. Yeah, I am the guy who did it. Shabash. They will not ask, appreciate. Please, appreciate, no? Like that. But being devotees, Prabhu, and even I have thought of telling you, sometimes you send messages. I tell you to draft. Please make it a culture, even anyone among us, if you are sending a message, make it a culture to say Hare Krishna Prabhujis and Matajis, say Dandavat Pranam, say all glories to Śrīla Prabhupāda and Guru Parampara. Please make a note, Prabhuji, we are here today only due to Śrīla Prabhupāda. Only due to Śrīla Prabhupāda. Try to understand that. Okay? Whenever, I think, courtesy we can do, but when any message is drafted or anything is there, any common communication, make these three habits, Hare Krishna Prabhujis and Matajis, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Śrīla Prabhupāda and Guru Parampara. Sometimes devotees, when they talk to each other, right, before actually they talk about any topic, they say, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Śrīla Prabhupāda, how are you? And God will say, hi Ray, how are you Ray? But because that relation, what Prabhu, when I am a guy from a Akapalli village, Prakasam district Akapalli village, and a Stockholm, where Akapalli village. And today I am interacting from a Stockholm devotee. A Stockholm devotee is interacting with a Akapalli village. Akapalli village is a village of around 100 or 200 members, that's it. From that place, one guy is talking to each other, very lovingly sharing affection towards each other. Why? Due to Śrīla Prabhupāda. He has built a world that closer, it's closely knit world. Right? So, you should have that culture, Of course, externally, materially, when you are dealing with the people, we know how to deal. There's no need to, you know better than me how to deal. No need of any spiritual distinct. But when we are like-minded, Dandavat Pranam, when the devotees are coming across each other, they do half Dandavat. I don't know how many of you don't know. When devotees they meet each other, first they do half Dandavat. And when we see any sannyasi Maharajas, we do full Dandavat. That's a culture. Even whether they are seeing or not, let us inculcate that culture. Whether they are seeing, one time Radhana Swami Maharaj was going in an airport. So I was in an airport. Traveling to Italy for some presentation. So I was in blazer. and Radhana Swami Maharaj was going. So though he could not see, but I have seen that he was going. Immediately in that blazer, I did Shashtang Dandavat to him. And everyone was seeing surprisingly. They will not understand. I can't expect them to understand, but we should inculcate that culture. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If a graduate, one graduate is there. This is example from Nitya Mataji.
Yeah.
So if a graduate got into the job office, what he will do, if he is a true selfless person, he will offer the first salary to his parents or her parents or something he will buy. The same way, when we are in KC and we get some fruits from Krishna, the same thing we usually offer to Krishna. Somehow we will get it to offer to Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Actually, that as we do steps now, Mataji, automatically Krishna proceed. Krishna Arpanam. Now see, when I went to Amrita Mataji's house, when I was seeing from balcony, it was literally I was remembering Vrindavan only. Yamuna Nadi is there, Govardhan Hill is there, some Gomatas were going there. Have you seen Amrita Mataji's balcony? I don't know how many of you have seen, but when I see that consciousness we should develop, Krishna is there around us. Seriously. It's very, when you are in bhakti or when you are taking baby steps slowly, that consciousness will slowly develop initially, and once you do chanting, fully you will develop. 16 rounds every day, you will see slowly, you will experience Krishna with you only. At that point you will reach. That point, when great who is in Samadhi, we say, right? They are with. So have you seen some people? They might not be sannyasi Maharajas, but they will be like us only in metal dresses and all. But in a train or somewhere when we are going, when an opportunity is coming to talk about Krishna, they forget themselves. They talk about Krishna and they love to talk about Krishna. So I don't know why I went there, but the thing is, point is, Prabhu, we should offer, Prabhu. We should not take any, there might be a genuine effort from your end, and there is, due to your effort, you have got the result, but At that time, pride should not creep in, and you should thank Krishna that he has made you an instrument for that success. That consciousness we should develop, even for the kids also. Amma, నాకు ఫస్ట్ ర్యాంక్ వచ్చింది, ఐ విల్ గాట్ ఫస్ట్ ర్యాంక్, అవిష్ టుమారో అవిష్ విల్ గో అండ్ టెల్ స్వర్ణ మాతాజీ, మమ్మీ దట్ అదర్ ఫస్ట్ ర్యాంకర్ ఐ బ్యాట్ అండ్ ఐ గాట్ ఫస్ట్ ర్యాంక్. ఎంత కష్టపడ్డాను మమ్మీ. సో ప్లీజ్, I hope I answered Prabhu. Okay. So now no material affection. So no material affection means gives up all varieties of desires for sense gratification, already we discussed, and detached from both happiness and misery. So that if you are getting good news in your life, no need to get uppangam. If you are getting any negative results, don't get too depressed. I know to tell it is easy, but when you go through, it is very churning. Very, very churning, Prabhu. Very, very churning. But this knowledge we should apply. When we have a knowledge, right? So come, sit here. ఏంటిది? లేదు, చర్విత చరణం అనేది చేసిందే చేయటాన్ని చర్విత చరణం అంటారు. అది అంటే వై వి కాల్ దట్ ఈస్, ఇన్నిసార్లు తెలిసినప్పటికీ నువ్వు సేమ్ మిస్టేక్ చేస్తున్నావు అనుకోండి, దట్ ఈస్ మోర్ రెఫరెన్స్ టు దట్. దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ హ్యాపీనెస్ ఉన్నా మెచ్యూరిటీ ఉన్నా ఎక్కువ చలించకుండా, ఎస్ టేక్ ఇట్ బికాస్ ఇట్స్ ఎ మెటీరియల్ వరల్డ్. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ మెటీరియల్ వరల్డ్ మెంట్ టు బీ దుఃఖాలయం. You should understand that fact. That's the point he was trying to say. No material affection. Fully satisfied by fixing his own consciousness on the self, already we discussed. Next, purport by His Divine Grace Śrīla Prabhupāda ki. The Bhagavatam affirms that any person who is fully in Krishna consciousness or devotional service of the Lord has all the good qualities of the great sages, whereas a person who is not so transcendentally situated has no good qualification because he is sure to be taking refuge in his own mental concoction. Consequently, it is rightly said herein that one has to give up all kinds of sense desire manufactured by mental concoction. Artificially, such sense desires cannot be stopped. But if one is engaged in Krishna consciousness, then automatically sense desires subside without extraneous efforts. Therefore, one has to engage himself in Krishna consciousness without hesitation. For this, devotional service will be instantly help one into the platform of transcendental consciousness. The highly developed soul always remains satisfied in himself by realizing himself as the eternal servitor of the Supreme Lord. Such as transcendentally situated person has no sense desires resulting from petty materialism. Rather, he remains always happy in his natural position of eternally serving the Supreme Lord. This is the answer to how does he speak. Additional examples from Parampara. Rejection of mental desires and satisfaction in the self define the self-realized. Yes. Two aspects are explained here. One rejects the external desires created by the mind, seeks happiness externally, and one accepts the internal pleasures created by connection with Lord Krishna, seeks happiness. How many of you felt this? Internal. One accepts the internal pleasures created by connection with Lord Krishna. Lift your hands. పర్లేదు, అమౌంట్ పడడానికి ఏం లేదు ఇక్కడ. Yes. Now, for our initial days of our bhakti itself, sometimes you are facing, then if you do sadhana seriously, how will it be? ఈ డైలాగ్ ఊరికే కొట్టలేదండి. ఇప్పుడు వచ్చామని కాదన్నయ్య, బుల్లెట్ దిగిందా లేదా అంటారు కదా, నువ్వు ఎన్ని అడుగులు వేసావని కాదన్నయ్య, మీరు ఒక్క అడుగు వేసినా కృష్ణుడు 100 సార్లు రెస్పాండ్ అవుతారు. అది నిజమే, అది ఇట్స్ ఫ్యాక్ట్, యాక్చువల్లీ ఇట్స్ ఫ్యాక్ట్. And who are not experiencing it, please touch base with the devotees who are experiencing it. And you are lucky, we are lucky that lot of devotees are there in Zenith with whom you can take association. Deepa Mataji, wonderful, right? Every day I was really feeling very happy that every day in one or the other home everyone was doing Damodarashtakam. It was very nice actually. And it's a possibility of inspiration. You are inspiring lot of other people also. It's a matter of half an hour or 45 minutes. Probably Meena Mataji or Survi Mataji or Swarna Mataji, they can some neighbors randi just oka paavu ganta ellodam. బాగుంటుంది రండి, and they will oblige. Who knows? Matajis and Prabhujis, we don't know how can Krishna attract. You can simply make an attempt to be instrument. Whether he will be in bhakti or not, you don't worry about that. You make your attempt. You make your attempt. Then it's between Krishna and him, or Krishna and her. He will take care. But Krishna will notice even your small, minute attempt of bringing. Okay. So yeah. When we are situated in matter, we will be obviously seek pleasure from matter. In contrast, when we are situated in spiritual plane, then we will seek happiness on soul from within. Same point. What we are rejecting are not actions, but we are desires. Mind is filled with conditionings, and they are source of bondage and illusion. Desires will show the way to, it is covered. 2.56. Now this is the 2.56 is the answer for how does he speak. How does he speak? Now let us try to chant this together. Dukkeshva anudvigma mana sukheshu vigata spraha vitaraga bhayakrodha sthitadhir munir uchyate. Translation by His Divine Grace Śrīla Prabhupāda ki. One who is not disturbed in mind even amidst the threefold miseries, or elated when there is happiness, and who is free from attachment, fear and anger, is called sage of steady mind. Steady mind. Clear? One who is not disturbed in mind even amidst the threefold miseries, or elated when there is happiness, and who is free from attachment, fear and anger, is called sage of steady mind. Pretty straightforward. Beyond sankalpa and vikalpa. At the present moment, in our material condition, we are speculating and baffled because it is the nature of the mind to create something and again reject it. Have you faced this? Mind creating something and again rejecting it? Everyone? Faced it. Good. So, rejected. The mind will think, yes, let me do this. Then it will decide, oh, better not to do this. This is called sankalpa and vikalpa. Deciding and rejecting. This is due to our unsteady condition on the material platform. But when we decide to act according to the supreme consciousness, there is no such duality. There is only one thought. Let me do it because it is sanctioned with a superior consciousness. Upadrishta anumanta cha. Upadrishta anumanta cha means what? Upadrishta anumanta cha means Krishna sanctions whatever you are doing, but don't expect that whatever Krishna sanctions, he likes it. Similar to, we already take an example. Kriti is not there. But Skanda is there. Skanda likes chocolates. Parents know that eating too much chocolates will spoil his teeth. But still they give. But since they are giving, it doesn't mean that they like it. Similarly, Upadrishta Anumantacha means Krishna sanctions, but don't think that whatever Krishna sanctions, he likes it. Now tell me, do you like to do things which Krishna likes? Or since Krishna is permitting, anything is fine. Lot of people, when they try to find excuses, no. Krishna, Dhritarashtra, Devudu chestunnadu enti. They wanted to do something negative and they will blame, I think it is destiny like Krishna, as if there is no action from their end required.
In last class we discussed that when we ask something Krishna, he purifies and then he
Yes, that is for
river.
Yeah.
Today it's kind of a little bit contradictory. Gives but
now you know, Krishna gives. Now there are three things. One is rectification, one is purification, another is glorification. For non-devotees it is rectification. For devotees it is purification. For elevated devotees it is glorification. Now he gives in the sense it is for applicable for generally for mass public, that is non-devotees. He sanctions even for devotees also he sanctions. Okay? So reflect now. Hanumantu kada Anumantacha. Anumati, Anumanta. Reflect. Think of now tell me, group discussion. Think of an experience where someone was very pleasant towards you, though you had never expected such a treatment, and what impression you developed about that person. Only 2 points will take. Think of an experience where someone was very pleasant towards you, though you had never expected such a treatment. Come on, did you understand the question? Sukada Mataji, did you understand? Yeah, tell me your experience. No, actually, apart from mom, always mom, dad, mom and mom, parents, everything is done. So, mom, as if 24/7 you'll be seeing her only. But in the external dealings, how you can you share any experience? Think of an experience where someone was very pleasant towards you, though you had never expected such a treatment, and what impression you developed about that person. లేదు ప్రభుజీ, నాకు అమ్మ తప్ప నాకు వేరే ప్రపంచంతో కనెక్షన్ లేదంటారా? ఎనీ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్? చాలా ఉన్నాయా? చాలా ఉంటాయి, ఒకటి చెప్పండి అంటున్నాను. Right. Then think of another incident. Now that is very easy question. Now this question. Then think of another incident where someone else very badly treated you, and what was your disposition towards that person? Mataji, మీరు చెప్పండి. మీరు కేసీలో ఉన్నా కేసీలో లేకపోతే tell me the situation. This situation మీరు చెప్పండి Mataji. Think of another incident where someone else very badly treated you, and what was your disposition towards that person? Okay, that's a good way, but yeah, that's but yeah, nothing wrong in, so it is not a cowardly act. అదే నాకు తెలుసు మాతాజీ గురించి. Yeah, so that's what we are talking about, how to answer, how does he speak అనేది. So anyway, so we should understand why we are asking these experiences, means how were we before KC and how should we be in KC. It doesn't mean that someone is scolding you should be quiet, because if you are not doing, someone is scolding means he is mad only, mad only. So mad guy, someone he screams, what will you do? You will ignore and come. How to respond to miseries? A fully Krishna conscious person is not at all disturbed by the onslaught of the threefold miseries, for he accepts all miseries as the mercy of the Lord, thinking himself only worthy of more trouble due to his past misdeeds, and he sees that his miseries, by the grace of the Lord, are minimized to the lowest. Actually, when you develop this consciousness, it's very difficult to develop, by the way. When you are in bhakti and still you are facing some negative things in your life, having a consciousness, yes, since I am in Krishna consciousness, Krishna has given a less punishment only. It's very difficult to accept, actually. Are you getting my point? When you are in bhakti, still you will be facing a problem, but to develop a consciousness that Krishna, you have given me a lesser trouble. I was eligible for more trouble, but you have given lesser trouble. Is it easy or hard?
It's not
easy.
అది భీముడికి కాలేదు, అభిమన్యుడు చాలా కష్టంగా చంపాడు, అందరికంటే ఎక్కువ బాధలు అనిపించి చనిపోయాడు కదా. అప్పుడు కృష్ణుడు కొంచెం ప్లెజెంట్ గా ఉంటే చెప్తాడు, 200 ఏళ్లలో పడే కష్టం ఒక గంటలో చూపించాను అంటాడు. అట్లా ఆ కాన్షియస్ లో కొంచెం అనుకోవాలి.
Actually, it is real. When you are in bhakti, it is real actually. Whatever the things, some difficulties what you get, they might sometimes come in a dream, with a bad dream, and goes. Believe me, Prabhuji and Maharajis, when you are in bhakti, and if you are really fixed up in bhakti, even what are the problems you are facing, Actually, Krishna is minimizing your problems. He's simply, with lesser problems, he's making you stable, and learning he gives, and patience he gives, lot of things he gives. And practically when we tell this to outside people, hey, pora bhai, ఏం చెప్తున్నా ఇదా భక్తి అంటే నేను రాంపో. That's what he tells.
Forgiving అయితే మనకి పేరెంట్స్ కి పిల్లలతోనైతే బాగా వస్తుంది. Forgiving nature బాగా డెవలప్.
Yes. Today only Shanti certified that yes, you are in the right track, you are in the patience track. So how to respond to miseries? If fully, I think already we are this minimized. Yes. No problem. Attachment, fear and anger. Attachment means accepting things for one's own sense gratification, and detachment is the absence of such sensual attachment. But one fixed in Krishna consciousness has neither attachment nor detachment, because his life is dedicated in the service of the Lord. Fear, for the service of the Lord, he is always daring and active. Have you seen anyone daring and active in service of Lord? There are devotees who are ready to die, Prabhujis and Madhajis. There are devotees who died also in serving Krishna. Lot of devotees, sincere devotees. I don't want to, that's another session altogether. Who has sacrificed for this mission? Anger, not at all angry even when his attempts are unsuccessful. Success or no success, a Krishna conscious person is always steady in his determination. Steady in his determination. Neither praising nor despising. There is always some upheaval in the material world which may be good or evil. One who is not agitated by such material upheavals, who is unaffected by good and evil, is to be understood to be fixed in Krishna consciousness. As long as one is in the material world, there is always the possibility of good and evil, because this world is full of duality. But one who is fixed in Krishna consciousness is not affected by good and evil, because he is simply concerned with Krishna, who is all good, absolute. He is all good, absolute. Now, one point what I wanted to say here. Once what happened was, Śrīla Prabhupāda in Germany, lot of devotees came to Śrīla Prabhupāda and told Prabhupada, lot of temples have been destroyed in Germany. What shall we do? They were giving the news. In the newspaper they got a lot of news that in Germany lot of temples are getting destroyed. Prabhupada, what shall we do? Then what was Prabhupada's reaction? Can anyone guess? Can anyone take a guess? Huh? Has build more. Number one option is build more. So number two. Any other option? Huh? Spread the awareness. No. What was Śrīla Prabhupāda's? You are saying Śrīla Prabhupāda's response is, let us spread the awareness more. That's what you are saying. Okay. Next. Any other thing? Let us do more grander, build more grander temples. Okay. The response was actually, oh, that's very good, he said. Very good, he said. Why he said very good? Because in the newspaper, Hare Krishna temples are destroyed. So lot of people might have read that Hare Krishna they might have uttered. So they might have been benefited. That was his consciousness. He told, it's very good now in the newspaper, Hare Krishna temples are getting destroyed. That news is coming, that newspaper might have been read by a lot of people, right? So a lot of people might have uttered Krishna name, right? So Krishna name uttered means surely guaranteed another human birth. Right, Prabhu? Muralidhar Prabhu? Yes. Hari bol. Muralidhar Prabhu చెప్పారంటే done అది. So that's what the consciousness what Śrīla Prabhupāda had. Similarly, Gauḍīya Vaiṣṇava, once Bhakti-yoga Saraswati Thakur, a lot of devotees, his disciples told that some Mayavadi philosophy, Mayavadis, they have written articles, Swami Maharaj, so they are talking very negatively about our movement, about our Gauḍīya Vaiṣṇava and all, and like that they reported their disciples. Then Bhakti-yoga Saraswati Thakur told that actually they are writing very good literature than us. Why? Because in their literature, no Krishna temple there, Krishna is bad, Krishna, words are so many Krishna words are there. But in your article, only shlokas are there, but Krishna word is missing. But But for the general public, they will not link immediately with the shlokas or the highest philosophy, right? So he was Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, he was appreciating the Mayavadis for writing articles where Krishna words, a lot of Krishna words are there. So that is the consciousness of a 24/7 Krishna conscious person. He sees beyond success and failure, he sees much bigger picture. Honey, in our material thinking, it looks very silly, right? A lot of people are talking, at least they will utter Krishna. How great! Is it really great, worthy thing? What Śrīla Prabhupāda quoted? Since it is Śrīla Prabhupāda, we have to say great. You should understand, Prabhuji, the faith, what kind of faith he would have had on the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. That faith. Narayana Krishna only, no? Any name. Mataji, holy names and any name. Jai Srimanarayana, Sri Sampradāya, Jai Srimanarayana antaru. Radhe Radhe antaru. Krishna antaru. మా పాప ఏదైనా తగిలితే శివ కాదు రామచంద్ర ప్రభు థ్యాంక్ గాడ్ షీఈస్ టెల్లింగ్ సంథింగ్ నెగిటివ్ something happens, some car was going on, suddenly in front of car someone bike wala came, suddenly I was about to hit, so luckily he escaped. So immediately she chanted Ramchandra Prabhu ఏం చేశారు like that he was asking. So anyway, good that she is able to approach. చేతులు ఎత్తారు ఇప్పుడు క్వశ్చన్ ఉందేమో అనుకున్నాను నేను.
There is an Annamaya song. In the song, Annamaya sings that about different devotees.
Yes.
Each one adopts one name.
Yes.
Like Prahlada adopted Narasimha.
Yes.
And there are multiple devotees.
Yes.
Each one adopted different names.
Yes.
Like that, for Annamaya, he says, I am attracted to the word Venkatesha.
Yes. Like any God, but we have a clarity that Hare Krishna Mahamantra, each and every syllable has a, again, as I told, each and every word in that Hare Krishna mantra is equivalent to 1,000 names of uttering Rama's word. So we have an understanding of that. So that's the reason why, because each word when we are chanting, it is equivalent to some 100 times Rama word, equivalent to 1,000 times Vishnu word. So that is the reason why we are, with knowledge, we are trying to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay? Yeah. So cultivate equanimity, samatvam, because that leads to a stable mind even when there is so much instability around. Okay? So I think purport you have seen. Because I wanted to end this with a quiz. Today's session I wanted to end with a quiz. Yeah, the word Muni means one who can agitate his mind in various ways for mental speculation without coming to a factual conclusion. It is said that every Muni has a different angle of vision, and unless a Muni differs from other Munis, he cannot be called a Muni. In the strict sense of the term, Nasav Rishir Yasya Matam Na Bhinnam, Mahabharata. But a Sitadir Muni, as mentioned herein by the Lord, is different from an ordinary Muni. The Sitadir Muni is always in Krishna consciousness, so for he has exhausted all his business of creative speculation. Mentioned by here. For he has exhausted all his business of creative speculation. He is called Prashanta Nishesha Mano Ratantara, or one who has surpassed the stage of mental speculation and has come to the conclusion that Lord Sri Krishna or Vasudeva is everything. He is called a Muni fixed in mind. Such a fully Krishna conscious person is not at all disturbed by the onslaughts of threefold miseries. Anyway, he is given a definition of Muni, Mataji. So in Muni also different categories are there, and Sitadir Muni is the one who is 24/7 allotted for Krishna consciousness thinking only. So additional examples from Parampara. For an adult, a game is a game. There are no hard feelings on winning or losing. But for a child, it's a life or death. For for a winning or losing. A self-realized person does not get affected by material changes in this life. This is aspiration of a spiritual seeker, and this is the situation of a seer. When we don't know when we don't know the game, then we are not affected by the winning, losing or any other special event in the game. Since we are not affected, there is no question of any fear from it. Yeah. So same thing. Yeah, but I wanted to stop it here and I wanted to continue with this quiz. Are you ready with the quiz? Yes. 100%? Okay, first quiz, first question. There are total 23 questions are there. Are you ready? First question. Who are Aryans? These are the multiple choice. What is the answer? Are you sure? Someone told Indians. All are Indians 5,000 years back. So, E is the right answer. People who know the value of life and have a civilization based on self-realization are called Aryan. Okay, so who are Aryans is the answer. Next question. A guru can be rejected if he Are you sure? 100%? Yes. Third question. If Arjuna leaves the battlefield, the Kauravas will say, kind kada? Kind, very generous, no? 4. Faith that serving Krishna wholeheartedly will bring complete perfection in all my endeavors is based on. All of them have option leda kada. Okay, how many say it's not C? C is the answer. Knowledge. Okay. Fifth question. In the analogy given of two birds, what does the tree represent?
Body.
మీకు బలపడేది జ్ఞానంతోనే. ఆ బిలీఫ్ మీరు కూడా ఏదంటున్నారో అది కూడా జ్ఞానమే. Okay. In the analogy given of two birds, what does the tree represent?
Body.
Who says that it's not body? Andar body చెప్పేసారు కాబట్టి నేను బాడీ చెప్పకపోతే they will investigate me. Yes, it is body. Sixth question. The individual soul can be perceived by B. Yes, it is D. Seventh question. Krishna is telling Arjuna to dash.
He said just follow my orders, so it is D.
Krishna never said follow my order.
Krishna said
No.
Last Shloka he said,
don't be worried, just follow what I'm saying.
Krishna said, I have told you everything, now you decide. That was the ending. Just
You not reach the last Shloka. What is the next question?
Okay, yeah, what is the answer? C, are you sure?
Yes, Prabhu.
100%?
Yes.
Yes.
Out of syllabus question.
No. It is in syllabus question. C is the answer. 8th question. Another name of Buddhi Yoga is D. Nishkama Karma Yoga. Nishkama Karma Yoga. Okay? వీడు స్కందగడు అసలు క్వశ్చన్లు అంటే అసలు ఓకే లెట్ us give option first to kids. Okay, what is the study of differences between soul and body called? Can you guess the answer, both of you, or shall I give the multiple choice questions? What is the study of the difference between soul and body called? First kids. Kartikeya, what is the answer? What is the answer? Did you understand the question?
Philosophy.
Okay. Now open to elders. One minute. How many say A? Lift your hands. How many say B? How many say C? Answer is C only.
There is no C.
C only. Yes.
There is no C.
Yoga mainly deals with the reunion of us to Paramatma. But here it is about soul and body. Only we are talking about Sharira and Jiva. Okay, Sankhya. So this is I think this is the most dispersed question, I believe. Lot of Sankhya. Who is asking that? Sankhya Mataji. Yeah, will come eventually. Sankhya means, we will have a Sankhya. Sankhya means what? Sankhya numbers. So we are proving the difference of the study through numbers. So these many airs, 5 airs are there. So what does it make a middle body? 5 pancha, Vata, Pitta, many airs are there. So only with the counts we will try to analyze the body or soul or the elements in this middle world. 10th question. For kids, Krishna says, Arjuna, you should not lament because. You need multiple choice?
Yes.
Krishna says, Arjuna, you should not lament because. What is it?
B.
How many of you say that D is not the answer? D కాకుండా వేరే చెప్తే నన్ను పట్టుకుంటారు. Nothing is there in your hands. That's the answer. D is the answer. No. If you say that all the answers might be in a way right, it's not even good for his health also. For example, you go into forest trying to beg, you will not have food, right? But one of the best answers among the 4 is 4th. Soul can't be killed.
You have to give E option.
Okay, 11th question. ఏంటమ్మా ఏది లేమంటే బాధపడటం. 11th question. When karma is imperfectly performed, it leads to
Sin.
Okay. Skanda is. But now only you have seen. Don't get overexcited when the happiness is there. Okay, next 12th question. Mataji? Yes. Which of these are not qualities of a soul?
Visible.
How many of you say that B is not the answer? Which is the answer? Arey, soul is eternal kadra. The question is, which of these are not the qualities of a soul?
Oh, not that. Invisible.
Huh? ఏం చూస్తారు అక్కడ మాతాజీ మీ 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 దానికి మీ కంటికి విజిబుల్ ఉంటుందా కాదా? అక్కడ ఏది కాదు అని అడిగారు ఇక్కడ. Anyway, 13th question. Now sun, sunshine and sun god. Map this with Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. Chapande. Correlate sun, sunshine, sun god, or match the following. Sun, sunshine, sun god, Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. What? Sunshine is
Brahman.
Sun god is Bhagavan. And what about Paramatma? No, sunshine is Brahman. Sun is Paramatma. Sun god is Bhagavan. Yes. Unchala. Shall I move it? Next, 14th question. What was the third reason for Arjuna to not fight, and in which verse does Sri Krishna address it? What was the third reason for Arjuna to not fight, and in which verse does Sri Krishna addresses that? Pass. No, at least reason. Now at least don't tell the shloka, but tell the reason. No. No, loss of enjoyment is second reason.
Fear of sin.
Destruction of
27 or 38.
Fear
of sin. Fear of sin.
Actually, in my MSET, when I used to write, I wrote my MSET in 1995. In 95, time is not there. But if a question is there, 4 choices are there. If the answer has 2 things common, then I need to do among the 2 only, click. And luckily it used to be correct only. So the answer is right, fear of sin only. B is the answer, 2.38. 2.38. Okay. 15th question. In the well river analogy, the wells are compared to
gods. Demigods.
demigods.
And the
Very
river
good.
is God.
Yeah, here the options are this: demigods, karmakanda rituals, both and none. 16th question. Dharma for body is called. No. Varnashrama dharma. I didn't expect that from you. Mataji.
I'm remembering that chapter of the Varnashrama Bhagavatam.
Varnashrama dharma. Okay. 17th question. 17th question. What are the 2 obstacles to have one-pointed intelligence? What are the 2 obstacles to have one-pointed intelligence? What is the answer? How many of you? చాలా కాన్ఫిడెంట్ చెప్పావురా? How many of you say that C is not the answer? Yeah, C is the answer. Enjoyment, mentality and material opulence are obstacles to have one-pointed intelligence. ఏం మాధవి? ఇది అంటే మాధవి, ఇఫ్ యూ సీ ద పర్ఫెక్ట్, వీఆర్ లుకింగ్ ఫర్ ద మోస్ట్ నియరెస్ట్ ఆన్సర్. For example, Amrita Mataji house, how far it is? Options number 1, Daggara. Option number 2, Chala Daggara. Option number 3, it will take 2 minutes. Option number 4, it will take 5 minutes. What is the answer? Best answer? Chala Daggara. Right? So, answers are right only, but you need to give the most nearest answer. 18th. Where does a Sthitaprajna person go? Where does a Sthitaprajna person go?
What is
Huh? Is Siddhaloka, na? Siddhaloka? Huh? Huh? Vaikuntha, yes, that's right. A Sthitapratya person is not balanced, mother. Who is balanced in a spiritual life 24/7. Krishna conscious, there is no hatred. When he is happy, not too much happy. Now he told the right answer. Yeah, he told. That reaction is not needed. For example, he is telling wrong something, and his teacher humiliated him. That he is crying. Continuous tears are coming. So he is balanced in both the situations, and he is keeping Krishna. All the way he is thinking about Krishna, and what are the actions he is doing? It is Krishna driven. 19th question. Compassion for the dash is self-realization. What is the answer? Compassion for dash is self-realization. Huh? How many of you say that it is not eternal soul? అదేనా రైట్ కామ్య మత చెప్పారు కాబట్టి 20th Prabhuji. Whether Arjuna wins or loses in battle, both are victories. True or false? How?
Because when he dies, he go to heaven, and if he wins in the battle, he will the
Haribol. No, kids really sharp nara. The soul is surrounded by how many airs?
5.
Huh? Yeah, you are right. Options for this. 5 is the answer. Last but one question. What is the symptom of a Sthitaprajna person? Huh? D is the answer. Have you ever looked at happiness within, Avish? Sometimes. When is that sometime? No. Tell me the scenario when you have seen happiness within. When you are winning games, then you are seeing happiness within. Is it? Okay. Last question. In which verse does Arjuna become Krishna's disciple? And what is the verse? Can someone tell? In which verse does Arjuna become Krishna's disciple? Choice is this. Okay. What is the shloka? There is a very important shloka. Come on. Go ahead, others. Prachamitam dharma samuda cheta Really, Zenith kids are amazing. Really, very, very wonderful. Very good, Adarsh. How many shlokas do you know in Bhagavad Gita?
I've learned 4 shlokas.
When did you learn this shloka? Last week. Oh, wonderful. 2.11. Yeah, we are done with the quiz. Okay? How many marks? They got 90% marks. 90%. Okay? Yeah, any questions, Prabhuji and Madhaj? I know we are crossed the time, 8 o'clock. Any questions from today's session? Any questions from today's session?
There are only 2 words mentioned, fear and anger. But there are 6 things, right? Fear, anger, and desires within.
6? No. Those are this, Prabhu. You see, first is lust, anger, greed. Lust, anger, greed. Another 3 are illusion, pride, ego. Yeah. Total 6.
So here, are we going to discuss all these 6?
In the coming shlokas we will discuss.
Okay.
Since Himanshu Prabhu has given ultimatum of till 8 o'clock, already seeing very angrily. So that is the reason why before starting a session I thought of hugging him, but he was not there. Fine, I am stopping the recording.